Title: The Great Spitfire Adventure. GhostPony Saves the Farm. Chapter 1: The Fire at Ponyville Farm. It was a peaceful day in Ponyville, the sun shining brightly over the rolling fields. But all that changed when a dark cloud of smoke began to rise from the direction of Ponyville Farm. The residents quickly noticed the fire that had broken out, and panic spread through the town. In the midst of the commotion, a brave alicorn named GhostPony stepped forward. GhostPony was known for his mysterious yet dependable nature. He was always ready to help, no matter the challenge. GhostPony looked towards the farm with determination. "This fire won't put itself out," he said to himself, flaring his wings as he prepared to take action. He knew he had a unique way of solving this problem, and he wasn't afraid to use it. Chapter 2: The Gathering of Spit. GhostPony quickly flew back to his house, where he began his unusual preparation. He walked inside and took a deep breath, mentally preparing for what he was about to do. "Okay, Ghost, you got this," he muttered, trying to psych himself up. He started hawking and snorting, gathering a substantial amount of spit in his mouth. His cheeks began to puff up as he continued, the sheer volume of saliva swelling them to an impressive size. Okay, Ghost, just a little more," he murmured through his packed cheeks. Hours passed as he diligently hawked and snorted, gathering more and more spit. His cheeks grew larger, packed full of saliva, until they were on the verge of bursting. A strange gurgling sound echoed from his mouth, and his cheeks sloshed and jiggled with the immense pressure. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, GhostPony had gathered enough spit. His cheeks were wobbling and sloshing, his teeth pressed together by the sheer volume inside his mouth. It was time to act. Chapter 3: The Heroic Act. GhostPony flew out of his house, his bulging cheeks leading the way as he made his way to Ponyville Farm. The fire had spread, and the flames were roaring, threatening to engulf the entire farm. The ponies gathered around, desperately trying to fight the fire, but their efforts seemed in vain. Just as the situation was growing dire, GhostPony arrived. He hovered above the farm, his cheeks jiggling with every flap of his wings. The other ponies looked up, confused and anxious, wondering what he was going to do. Without a word, GhostPony began to make a strange, muffled sound from his mouth, a sort of babbling noise, like someone trying to talk with their mouth full. The sound grew louder and more intense, until finally he unleashed the torrent of spit he had been gathering. The spit sprayed from his mouth like a powerful jet, dousing the flames with a massive wave of saliva. The fire sizzled and hissed as it was extinguished, the flames receding under the sheer force of GhostPony's unique firefighting method. Chapter 4: The Aftermath. The fire was out. The farm was saved. The ponies of Ponyville stared in awe at GhostPony, who was now hovering above the farm, his cheeks slowly returning to their normal size. He landed gently on the ground, nodding his head with a satisfied expression. One of the farm ponies approached him, her eyes wide with gratitude. "GhostPony, you saved us all. Thank you." GhostPony simply nodded again, humble in his success. "Just doing my part," he said quietly, his voice slightly hoarse from the effort. The ponies cheered, celebrating their hero. GhostPony had saved the day in the most unexpected way, proving that even the most unusual methods can be heroic. As the sun began to set over the now safe farm, GhostPony quietly slipped away, back to his house, ready to help again whenever he was needed. The end.